There is self-awareness, huh?
Yeah.
It depends on how you describe it, you know.
Yeah.
And then above the three worlds, we don't think it's the way we do think right here, you know. We don't think like self-awareness is mean me that is here, the CHINGHAI, yeah, the supreme and all that. This is no such thing, but still there is awareness, okay? There's no such thing as you lose yourself. But then in such a supreme state, you know, of awareness, you don't think, oh, it's me, I'm aware of myself, or anything like that. So there's no need to, no good to use this worldly language to describe what you feel up there, because it's all different, okay? It's so different. You just feel good. That's enough. No need self-awareness or him awareness or she awareness, you know. At that time we don't discriminate. We don't even think that there is a self or not a self. We just know. You know what I mean? Yeah. Okay. Well, you don't, but never mind. It's okay.
Thanks. Can I ask one more question? Is after initiate, is the law of the cause and effect is changed quickly than before?
It depends on what you do. Depends on what you do.
Right.
Depends on if you want it quick or not. Okay?
Yeah.
If you want it quick, it will be quick. If you want it slow, it will be slow.
If it is quick, it means is the responsible in this world is finished quickly.
No, don't rush, huh? Just do it the way you do now. It's fine. Yeah? And then if you really want it quick, you know, things will happen. You see what I mean is sometimes we in a hurry, huh? And we want to do things quick so that we can go home. It's okay, home is always there, don't worry. And we just take it easy, it's better. Too quick, you're so tired. You know, you don't have time and energy to survive, you know, and to meditate. So just let it be the way it is. But some people, they want it so quick, you know, they want it fast. They want to progress fast and they want to pay the karma fast. So things will be arranged for them if they sincerely want it. But I advise you not to want too much. Just meditate, you know, let things take their own natural course. It would be better. Okay? Otherwise, our hair will get loose if you want it fast. Do you understand? I mean, did I make myself clear enough?
Yes,
okay.
I understand. Thank you so much.
Yes. Okay. Sometimes you work for the community, yeah? You work for the master work, yeah? Then it go quick also automatically. Okay? Yeah. But you have to do it in a sense of, you know, devotion, selfless sacrifice. Not to do it and then to want something in return, even to want to cleanse the karma fast or to want to progress fast. It's also some kind of business, you know. But you may want if you want to. It's just a mind talk. Yeah? The soul still does what it has to do, and the master still has to arrange what it has to arrange. It's for our good. Okay? Next.
Master, my question is in this way. I read in your book, 5 days before we have to die, we get the information.
No, 5 days, sometimes 5 years in advance.
I hope so. I hope so. I really read it in this little booklet and was very surprised.
Depends.
How is the sign?
How is the sign?
Yeah.
Well, when you meditate, the master tell you.
Rings the bell.
No, the master tell you that you're going.
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
in how many days?
But it's the truth, yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes 3 days before, sometimes 3 months in advance, sometimes 3 weeks, sometimes 10 days. No, 5 days. I didn't say 5 days. Did I say that?
That's just great. You can say goodbye.
Yes. So that you can clear up your debts or whatever leftover business. Yeah. Then you go in peace. That's all. That's why the master tell you. Not that necessary to tell you. Yeah. If you have nothing to do and you just go on, maybe master don't bother to tell you. It just comes here now. Go. Time's up. Yeah. Depends. Okay.
Yeah,
yes.
Thank you.
Depends on how long it takes for you to finish what you have to do. Some people keep delaying their debts and their mission or their duty. So the master comes and knock, say, hey, you have only 3 days left, huh? Quickly, huh? Pay that gentleman $300,000 before you go. Okay. Next.
Master, through wisdom, you are wiser than us through wisdom, okay?
I don't know.
Okay. But apart from that, you are no different from us. You
no?
Should, okay? Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry. And, like, you are not different from us, the disciples. So you and the disciples one day will grow old and die. But and also you said that your job is to take us to the level 5.
Yeah.
What happens if you, like, when we haven't reached level 5 yet and you're not here anymore?
Still continue my job. Because our connection is inside. Yeah. You see, the physical contact is only so that the master can take care inside later on. You know? Yes. Yeah. If during the lifetime the master made contact with any soul, and that soul is willing to let the master take him home, then even after the master die or after that person die, the master still continue to take care of him because the connection is already established while the master is still alive. General is like that.
Okay. Thank you, Master.
You're welcome.
Yeah, dear Master, I'm a traffic officer, and I go around and book people.
Ticket. Yeah. Just do that.
Yeah. So, do I create karma?
No, it's your job. You have to do it correctly.
Yes.
If you don't book people, you get karma.
Yeah. So in that way, I have to adjust between the law and with the love.
No love in that case. No. If they park in wrong place, you just ticket them.
Thanks, Father.
Yeah. Well, it's too bad. It's your job. If you don't do it, your boss will fire you. Yeah. Then you make him create karma also. Huh? You have to just do your job. What does love got to do with the wrong parked car? Huh?
Many people, they come and they told their story, the Rama story, and they was in that situation. They have to park there because they have to rush up to the post office to send a letter just in 5 minutes. That's not a big deal. Why I have booked them?
Well, you don't know how long they will be going, right? If you don't book, they're probably going for 5 hours. And then disturb the whole traffic. I sometimes, in a rush, I have to tell my chauffeur to park in the wrong place or thing like that. I know it. I risk getting a ticket, and I'm prepared to pay if I'm caught. I tell him. He say this, or sometimes I have to rush to the airport or something, and then we have to go in a different lane that we're not supposed to. Sometimes, in order to cut in the traffic. And I said to him, if the police officer stop, we have to pay. And that's the way it is. Okay? Yes. Lucky if you don't catch him. If you catch him, you just ticket him.
Yeah, even that's the fellow initiates. Even that fellow initiates. Initiate
you ticket 2 times.
Yeah, you hear that? Okay.
Yeah. Well, you have to do your job. If you don't ticket the initiate and you ticket the non-initiate, then you're no good. Yeah, just do the same. Yeah, do the same. If I made if I break the law in any way, I will be willing to pay. You know what I mean? Even if I don't know it. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's the way it is. I always do what I have to do in this world. Despite I'm a master or president or whatever it is, you just have to do it. So your duty is to ticket people who know it but deliberately do it. You have to do it. You're paid to do it. Otherwise you get money for nothing. Yeah?
My question is, when we are in contact with some negative force, can we just respect them and ignore them? For instance, I'm a doctor. Sometimes I may have to use acupuncture, and I used to ignore the possible karma that I may contact. But then someone told me that I may catch the karma.
Oh yes. So you catch it anywhere, anyhow. Not through the needles only. Catch it through the air, yeah, through eyes contact, to nearness to person, everything. Don't worry. If you are a doctor, acupuncturist, you do your job. Yeah, do it to the best you can with love. You have to save the patient. It's your job. You don't care about karma. Yeah? Yeah, you have to do your duty even if you die for it. You have to. Don't talk about karma. Recite the 5 names and punch him. Don't worry so much about karma. Just general speaking, But you don't understand. Actually, what we should do is just in any job, we should try to feel that we are the instrument only, you know. Then the God power will help that person. The only problem with many people is that after they heal somebody physically through their hand, they think it's them who do it. And of course the karma will be more. Huh? The karma is your own ego, make trouble. Huh? Otherwise there's no karma in the beginning. It's nothing at the end also. Next one.
Dear Master, I have a question. After initiate, do we have choice to come back or not to come back this world?
Yes, we have choice. Anytime. To come back is easy, so don't worry about that. Just make sure you can go out, okay, and then can decide whether you come back or not. Anything else? No. Okay. Next one. Here.
Yes, Master again. Yeah, with my job, I also have to deal with animal control as well. They ask me to convey the cat away. They want to get rid of the cats. In that way, if I convey the cats to the shelter, they will put them down.
They do always?
They inject poison the cats.
Yeah, I understand.
And I came and I managed my own way.
Yeah.
I convey the cat to another place, to the wild place. I release them
in the wild, yeah.
To the wild, so they become the stray cats. So I break the law that way. So I create karma that way. It's all right.
I think it's all right. I think it's all right. The cat will be grateful to you.
Yeah.
And the owner also be grateful. Okay.
Yeah. From neighbor when they
tell them to find another home for them. For example, very easy. Many people love the cats and dogs in another city, and sometimes they have to buy them. So they can just advertise, you know, in a local paper, cheap, sometimes free. Like I have a cat for free, yeah? And other people will come and take them. For example, that's just, you advise them like that, okay? Yeah, all right? That's a very positive way. And also tell the owner to take care that the cat don't disturb too much the neighbors, things like that. Or tell the owner to talk to the neighbors, yeah? Buy them gift or whatever, huh? And make acquaintance with each other and live in peace. Yeah? Sometimes the neighbor, they don't understand about cats, and of course they don't like it. But if they love the neighbor, you know, if they have friendship with each other, they tolerate anything. Tell them to talk to the neighbor like that, okay? And because of love, they're not having the heart to put them to death, things like that. So talk to them, invoke their love, yeah? And meanwhile, also create peace between neighbors and get to know each other also fine. Write a note or something, say, come over, you know, we have a tea party, and we're sorry about the cat, and we just want to apologize, so please come over. Or when you have time, tell us, we come over. Things like that, you make more friends. The cats are there to create friendship, actually. You have to look at it that way. Okay, I had a cat before, you know. My dear husband, he thought I need a cat. I told you the story, did I? Yes, okay. If you don't know, you buy the tape. Okay, to make it short, you know, I used to take care of a cat in Italy. During our honeymoon time, you know, there was a very sick and skinny cat because he was always beaten and abused by all the strong cats. They're wild. And so I always have to stand guard as a police. So this cat can eat the food. There his field, because I always cook for all kind of animals around my house. And the cat come also, but this small cat never can eat anything because all the strong cats just kick him out, you know, and bite him. So he was so scared he never dared to come near. So every time I put the food out for cat, I stand guard first. Let that one eat first, and the other one come later. We have enough food. It's just that they bite him and let them so scared he cannot come near anymore anytime. So slowly he's used to it, and he feels safe, and he eat the food. And then my husband think I love that cat. I love cat. I never did. I tell you the truth. I never did love cats. I love cats, I love dogs, I love any animal, but I don't want to raise them. Because I know what the responsibility is. I love cleanliness. And the cat just meow everywhere, you know, all over the sofa and scratch everything. And I'm not experienced with cat. But when we came back to Germany, before we came back, I tried to catch that cat to bring it with us to take care of him. But he was very shy because he was beaten and abused since he was young, so he never dare come near, even though he knows I love him and feed him, but he dare not. And the day we left, he's nowhere to be seen. Oh, I waited all day and couldn't catch him. Oh, my husband thought I loved that kind of cat. So when he came back to Germany, he got me one. Exactly the same. Black all over with the 4 white gloves in the fore, and then the star in the chest and the white face. Very cute and green eyes. Exactly the same, like a copycat. And then I was so annoyed because, you know, he all over and he was so young and he meowed all the time. And when I sleep, he come and go around my ears and put his tail into my nose, you know, and clean it, you know. And I touch him all the time. I had to get up in the middle of the night and kick him out, things like that. And then he's crying outside. But later on, he grows up and he made acquaintance with all the female cats in the neighborhood. And they get on well, so he hardly is at home. I have to go over to the neighbor and bring him home. At that time, I fell in love with him already, you know, after a while. So I had to go there and fetch him home. I have a look at him sometimes because he don't come home anymore. He come and he just say, "Goo," and then goodbye. Yeah, that's it. I don't even bother to eat in my house anymore. So I miss him sometimes. I had to go to the neighbor and fetch him, and the neighbor loved cats. And a lot of female cats over there. So he cats, you know, he cat go there like she cats. And then, wow. So we have to go to the neighbor and talk, and then how we made acquaintance with each other, and then sometimes invite each other for tea or something like that. That's also very good bridge. The cat. Make the bridge between neighbor. Otherwise, he's behind my wall, you know. And normally we only invite the neighbor inside the wall, inside the vicinity, not behind too far. But because of the cat, we know the other neighbors as well. And so it is. Same thing. You tell your neighbor, okay? Make friends with each other. Huh? Invite them for tea. I mean, a cup of tea is not much. A few biscuits is not much. But the friendship grows, see? So the cat and the dog sometimes is there to make people, how say, friendly with each other. And you see many lonely people, they walk their dogs outside, and then they meet each other in the park, and then they become lifelong partner, or friends, or good neighbors, or companion, or soulmates, whatever. Yes, animals are terrific. Okay? Okay, just try to explain. Okay, next one. Is dog next?
Dear Master, in the last lecture in USA, the Master said about the balance between the negative force and positive force.
Yes.
And the Master said that at any place the positive force center, concentrate, that the negative force come up there in order to have the balance. And I want to ask myself that when I made the progress in spiritual study,
yeah,
I made the progress. That is more karma come, more positive come with me. And how can I do?
I'm just telling you, stay in between, because we don't want anything to do with negative or positive anymore. We're going up above it. So just make friends with both so they don't kick you.
Oh.
Yeah, I told you this morning, we are going above the fighting, above the struggle between the bad and the good, between the, negative and the positive. But because we are still here in the battle between both, so we just like Switzerland, they become a neutral country. They don't care who's fighting with whom, as long as I don't fight with them. See? And they arm themselves so that they are powerful enough to scare the enemies away before they even attack them. And should they attack them, they're powerful enough to defend themselves. You understand what I mean? So what we do now is the same. We arm ourselves with God power, okay? And we do good just because we are in this world, yeah? We have to be positive, yeah? And the negative we try to avoid, that's all. But not to confront. Not to interfere, yeah? Like, for example, the Switzerland, they're not communists, and they're not what? They're just neutral. Okay, if you want a communist want to come make friends with them, oh, they're okay. If the so-called republic come and make friends with them, they're okay. As long as they don't fight with them, you do what you want. You know what I mean? Like in this world, also the same. Okay, we try to be good to do good, yeah. But we don't interfere with other people. Like we don't look down upon the people who don't do good like us. Yeah, who don't give charity, whatever. Or if we are vegetarian, but we don't look down upon the people who eat meat or drink wine, whatever it is. You know what I mean? We just be friends with whoever comes our way and try to show the good way to them if they care to follow. That's the way it is. And meanwhile, we are arming ourselves with master power and then so that we can survive in this world and then going up and up all the time. Capiche?
I would like to ask the question about organ donation.
Donation?
Yes.
To whom?
Organ donation.
Organ donation, oh, yes, why, what?
Before, I encourage people to donate their organ to save life.
Yes.
But after initiation, I don't feel like to do it anymore.
Then don't. If you don't like, then don't. Do what you like.
Right.
So what's the question?
So do you think that should we donate our organ or not?
That's individual's choice. They want to donate money, they donate money. If they want to donate their organ, they donate their organ. Okay? And if they feel good about it, they do it. Anyhow, without me even saying anything. We have our instinct to know what's good, what's bad, right? And if we die anyhow, you know, before dying, we can make a will like, okay, my organ go to such and such, you know. You can give all your organs away, it's all right, if you want to. And if you don't want to, it's all right. It's your own temple, you do what you want with it, okay? No problem.
Thank you.
Because save life is also important, yeah? And, but save spirit is even more important, okay? So we can do both, all right? When I was in Germany, I had a car with me all the time, you know, organ donation. Suppose I die anytime, I give it. But lately, I just too busy and I don't have that car anymore. Besides, I don't reside in any place, I don't know. Nobody misses my small body anyhow. You know. It's all falling apart. I don't know if I can donate anything or get some donation for myself. Okay, but if you think you can, just do it, okay? If you want to, if you feel happy about it, if you feel that's a good thing to do, that would make you feel satisfied and elated, then you do, okay? If you don't feel, then don't force yourself just yet. Do anything you want, just feel happy. Huh? The important thing is you're happy first, okay? You number one. Next.
Dear Master, I'm from Perth, Western Australia. On behalf of Perth Centre, to say that welcome to come to Australia once again. And the second is I just want to let you know that I have been to NHዔC a few weeks ago, and I returned last week. And as well as I met our fellow practitioner in NHዔC. They tell me that to say give you a regard and wishing you all the best in the future, and hopefully that to seeing you once someday in NHዔC.
Talking about seeing people. Yeah. We can never see enough, even if we continue to see everybody every day of my life. Still never enough. There's always some new people. And there's always some country that we cannot go. And suppose I could stay somewhere else and the Vietnamese can come. Then the Chinese cannot come. And oh my goodness. And you know how many people in China? Oh, it's a lot of people who cannot see me. Many other places too. You know, even if a free country, they don't have the money. For example, like that. And I can go on forever and forever. And first, you would just tell me, Master, just let us see you once. I will be satisfied forever. At least just once, let me see you, even 1 second. Yeah, and then when I let you see me 1 second, you want 10 more seconds. And then after that time, you say, oh, please, so long time you don't come see us now. And blah, blah, blah. All the time, I'm in trouble. That's why many masters, they stick in India or Himalaya, whatever. They don't go anywhere. They say they can never see enough of people, and people never see enough of them. So when is the end? That's what it is, okay? I like to go anywhere, but all right, the master is in you. Try your best, okay, huh? Don't tell me about this. My heart will have pain because I know they're longing, yeah? And sometimes I can't sleep over that too. I can't sleep over many things. I'm just very weak. Emotionally, I'm weak. That's why I continue to do the things I do, despite all the problems and pressure and physical and mental attacks sometimes. I continue to protect myself and to find a way to come whenever there is opportunity to see all of you. Anyone can come. Otherwise, if I have to come from one place to another, it's never enough also. There's always someone in the remote corner of the world who did not see me. Maybe North Pole or something. And the way it develops now, we have brothers and sisters everywhere already. So at least we're happy that, we encounter a good method, and we are happier now than before, and we progress. Well, we have to be satisfied in some point, because there's never a limit. Yeah. Just now I saw the disciple in Japan. Our brother and sister in Japan. In order to come to Japan, I had to endure a lot of mental suffering. It doesn't look from outside. But also physical suffering, because sometimes if it's too much inside, then it comes outside, and it makes the body weak or sick or something like that, or result in, obstacle from the near ones, Sometimes people cannot attack me, or the negative cannot attack me, so they attack the near one. And then the near one make trouble, make moody problem, and make argument, and make obstruction for me, and then it's the same. It's the same as if I am personally attacked. And that will also make my body and my mental sometimes, weak and tired and exhausted. And in order to see the Japanese people for 2 hours only, I had to go through a lot of problems. Or in order to see the Indonesia last time, I also have a problem. Sometimes they say to me, just see Master once is enough. But then when I came, they sit there and meditate together and pray, and then they create a lot of trouble for me, then I have to come. If I don't come, it's more trouble. Because you're very strong. After initiation, you're very strong in the mental power. Whatever you want, it will come true eventually. But it could cost me sometimes some trouble in order to go through with your wish. Understand? And sometimes I cannot make it. You just cause trouble for me for nothing. You see what I mean? Yeah, so so there's always a lot of complication in this world. It's not that you want to see me and then you can see me. You don't know sometimes how much I have to go through in order to do this, to do that for you. It's okay, I'm willing to, provided I can. Just sometimes the time has not come. Yeah? That the negative have to have the control at the moment, and I can't break through. Doesn't mean I don't suffer. Doesn't mean I'm not sleepless over the desire of the people to see me. Yeah, but I just can't do anything. Okay? Well, I take care of myself, but sometimes if I have time at all, if the negative ever even let me have time sometimes to even think of breathing. Sometimes it seems like one after another, I hardly can turn my head anywhere, or can hardly have a time to breathe, There's no peace. Inside there's peace, but outside is turmoil all the time, something happening. If not far away from me, then it's next to me. Lately, there's so much like the waves in the ocean, one after another. Oh, I'm getting dizzy. I was very dizzy lately in the past year, this year. Up to now, 1 year. A lot of things coming all the time. Still continue. I don't know when it ends. The more disciples, the more waves. So sometimes it looks very easy that, okay, Master, you just pack and come to us. It's not like that. It's very easy, but the negative make it so complicated, so difficult. Just like sometimes for some of you, even you want to come to the retreat, you have the money, you have the time, but somehow something happened or your family against so badly you can't go. Or suddenly something happened to you cannot go. Or something happened to your mentality that you have lost the faith and you don't want to go. Yeah, or other people just talk something bad and then you believe them temporarily or forever, then you lose your way, you don't want to practice anymore. Huh? So it's in this world, if whoever can still stick to this practice and going strong, must be grateful and be proud of yourself. Just keep yourself safe and steady. Whether you see me or not see me, it's not the problem. People see me many times and I treated them so well. But sometimes the negative so strong, overwhelm them, they still turn against me. I mean literally against me. For nothing, for no reason on my part. Or they listen to gossip and they believe all the gossip and they also turn against me. Or follow another guru, whatever. It's good when they follow a good guru. Otherwise, okay, whatever it is, they belong there. Okay? If they don't belong to me, then they don't. Don't matter so much. But what I'm telling you is so complicated, you know, the play, the game between the negative and positive is always going on, you know, struggle. So even if to come see you in retreat, it sounds easy. But it's not always easy. Every time, wow, a lot of trouble beforehand. I'm not afraid. It's just sometimes, you know what I mean? It may complicate it. Or make me come late, like today. Or make me come late, like last time in LA. Especially lately. The 2 times I came late, remember? Anyhow, if you don't see me, if you tell the Olak people, if they don't see me, just continue to practice. They will get there. It's the same. Because the master is inside. Huh? Okay. Next one.
Yeah, Master, just now you were talking about following another guru.
Yeah.
I have met a few gurus before I met you.
Yeah.
And every time after my prayer, I like to thank their grace and their blessing for giving me all this blessing and grace to meet you. I'm still continue to do that because I'm very grateful. Is that wrong?
No. It's right. It's right to be grateful to whomever teach us something. At any rate, you know me, at any grade of our life, at any steps of our life, if it has done us some good, then it's good.
Yes, I feel very grateful.
Even if they did not give you the blessing to come to me, your innocence, your gratefulness is good for you also. Okay, your purity. Yeah? All right? No problem. Continue to be grateful. Because sometimes the kindergarten teachers also teach us something, right? And the high school teacher also teach us something until we become a student, college student. And we're grateful also to college professor. It's all right. Yeah? Next. I'm just standing, so that's a few millimeters different in your vision.
Master, I'd like to thank you. You gave me lots of sisters and brothers. Like the Chinese believe, I'm an unlucky child. I'm the only one from my parents. They're already there in heaven. I hope so.
Yeah.
And I travel a lot, and I go to the center in Indonesia, and I found a lot of loving sisters and brothers. So I thank you so much that I have on the whole world now sisters and brothers where I can share my feelings and my understanding from you.
We should be grateful.
Very much.
We should be grateful for so many brothers and sisters that we can trust, and feel that we are loved and can love them even though we are strangers yesterday. We didn't even know each other the last, the last 24 hours. We know each other now. We can just trust and feel at once. And then in family. Yeah, safe and trusting and loving, That's very rare. So we are very, very lucky. I consider myself also very lucky. Very lucky, to be around here with all these living Buddhas, even though they scare me, but it's all right. Celestial, 1997. It's springtime. I thought it's so miserable here in Australia. I bring some spring into your tent. Okay? Bring some sun. Huh? That's why I wear red and blue and all that today. You know, cheer you up. And the color does help, does it? Yeah. When you wear red, you feel... And when you wear blue, you feel very relaxed and philosophical. Huh? When you wear green, you feel very lively. Huh? And when you wear yellow, you feel, wow. I'm the monk. All right, any question? Privilege? Yes?
Master, when we are registered for the retreat, we are supposed to swear before all the paperwork. And for...
initiation?
Yeah, no, to attend the retreats. We have to swear that we don't intentionally eat meat or drink alcohol, which I understand.
Yeah.
And this time at the end it says if you intentionally drink alcohol or eat meat, you will you have to swear to Master and all the Buddhas from the 10 directions that
you did do that, right?
If you intentionally do that, you'll fall in hell.
Oh my God, that's very scary. If I were you, I don't attend the retreat.
Well, it's not my person. It's not I personally broke the precepts, but I thought it's kind of somewhat in conflict with Master's teachings.
Is it in conflict to my teaching? Yeah, and then so what do we do?
So that was my question. I thought after initiation, if people break precepts, they might give a chance to correct their behaviors in the future.
They do correct already before they can come here. So if they come, make sure that they have corrected already. It's just I think the responsible person, the contact person, they want to make sure that everybody else has a fair share of purity in this retreat. So you have to understand them. If you don't intentionally eat, then why worry about go to hell? Huh? Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Anyhow, it wasn't my instruction, but those small things you can discuss within yourself. Whether you want to go to hell or not want to go to hell. Okay, there's tickets available anytime. 24 hours. Anyhow, it shouldn't have to be so strict, yeah? This also can say, okay, I have, given my word of honor that I did not do that, on purpose. All this just to keep reminding yourself anytime, any given moment, to appreciate the chance that you have on retreat. Because people have to work hard for this. It's not for you to bring your butt here with all kind of negative influence and smear it on other people and throw dust around. Understand? So it's okay. Even if it's like that so harsh, I agree. It's all right. Even if it wasn't my instruction, it's okay. Whoever say, make this rule, it's okay with me, I would not make you to do that. I didn't think. But if you can think for yourself, that's good. Why not? Why should you sit here and don't, not feeling sure whether the neighbor is yesterday did something, and smear it on your elbow or not, when he elbow around you, or knee around you, Yeah. Why shouldn't you come here with the peace of mind that everyone sit around you is on the same level of determination, on the same level of purity and sincerity? Why shouldn't you have the right to demand this, right? If you don't want to demand that, this is your problem. Okay? You don't have to attend. If you don't agree with that, you don't have to attend. But bear in mind that everyone who comes here have to go through a lot of hardship and trouble and obstruction in order to sit here. And they have to take off a week or so, some even more, and postpone all the business and loved one and, risk their relationship and, and risk the blame of children. Anything could happen when they come and sit here. They have the right to be sure that they're sitting with the pure one. Isn't that okay? We don't discriminate, actually. Because when we go out to work, we sit on the airplane, people eat meat next to us and drink whiskey, whatever. We don't care who does what. But when we gather together, we like people to have the same mind, the same motivation, because that is where the power can be harnessed. Yeah? And you want to be sure, when you sit here, you feel very peaceful. You have peace in your mind that whoever sit here, same type. You don't have to worry about him. You don't have to feel, uncomfortable being sitting next to whoever that is. You feel sure, okay? So everybody should earn this place. And if you don't like it, goodbye. Right? This is the thing that people sometimes complain to me. But I don't think there's nothing. I think nothing to complain about. No need to complain about things that this doesn't concern you. Right? It's not you who go to hell. So why concern anybody go to hell? If they want to go, they go. Huh? We have to make sure, to make determination to follow the path. Otherwise you will fall anytime. You're walking up the mountain and you just stray around and you will fall and you will die. So if you're walking up already, you might just well walk straight and be determined, be strong, and hold on to whatever it is to walk on, right? Otherwise, you should stop at the foot of the mountain already. Don't endanger yourself and other people. I think there's no unreasonableness about this, okay? Because we are already very weak. We cannot discipline ourselves. So anytime anyone else has some idea that can help us to discipline, we should thank that person and not blame. Normally, we didn't have this before, Before, in the last 10 years, we have 15 years of 12 or 14 years. But in the last maybe 9 or 10 years before the half passed, the first half, we didn't have any swear or anything like that. But later, because people just be too casual, they even sometimes bring meat into the meditation hall and do that kind of thing. And say, Master, don't say anything. Why you say, It's not me who sit there. I just teach you the path. But you have to sit together. You have to decide what's good for you, for the whole. And you have to agree on it. And if you don't agree, then you have to discuss, the majority. You see what I mean? I am not a dictator to tell you, your center, what to do on your own behalf. This is this kind of detail, And locally, you have to adjust to yourself. And if it's correct and good, and doesn't harm you, then you should agree. And don't always argue back and forth about every detail when it's even good for you. This is what I call stubbornness. And stubbornness not always good for you. Stubbornness might earn you whatever you want, because people might fear you, people might be afraid of trouble because you argue all the time, and they might give in. But whether that things are good for you or not, you have to consider. To get whatever you want is easy. But whether the things you want and the thing you get is good for you or not, then you have to consider. It's just for your own benefit. Kapish? I hate complaint, any type, any kind. I told you already, if you have something to complain, you should write on a big piece of newspaper or paper. Yeah? And then after you read it yourself, throw it in the dustbin. That's where it belongs.
The next question concerns the nature of purity. Well, it's easy to understand that being kind and loving and compassionate and loving beauty is pure, but I don't understand how sound can purify. Does that mean that
sound can purify you?
How?
Okay, just like water can cleanse your body. The sounds can purify the spirit.
Is purity also a vibrational frequency or something?
Yes. It's kind of filter, the negative that influence you. The negative influence that sometimes enter, your being, your magnetic field by contact with the world or the contaminated situation, or that you inherited, from the situation or environment or kind of past life left over, it will filter that out. Just like a filter, or water cleans the body, okay?
How?
How does the water cleanse the body? It just does. When you pour water over your body and put a little soap and then you rinse it with water, the dirt will go. Similarly, invisibly, our mind, are contaminated by bad thought, by negative thinking, and if you continue using the sound at the higher vibration, yeah, it will eliminate the lower vibration. Just like some electronic work and all that, you know, this is metaphysical. But it does cleanse. That's why you become better and better. Doesn't matter how, as long as you're cleansed, is fine. Okay? Because not everything we can explain with the worldly language. But as long as the result is there, you know it is like that. All right? How? That we have to know inside. Not the language. Okay? As long as it's cleansed, right? And we feel better and better, more and more pure every day, then it does the work. Then we know it does. Yeah? Just like the water. I don't know how the water, don't know how to think and don't know how to cleanse, but it does cleanse. As long as you put the water on your body, huh? Then later on you feel clean. Yes. So the result speaks for itself. We feel better and better, pure and pure every day, huh? Right? More simple. The proof is that you don't want any more fame, you don't want any more, you know, to be famous or money, or you don't really feel more attached to the worldly, you know, material comfort. You do have it, and you do know how to take care of yourself, but it doesn't bind you like before. See, this is the way the sound cleanses us and make us feel more and more pure and liberated. Yeah? Okay?
Well, is impurity, does that set up a certain vibrational frequency in the structure of the physical? And then you had these sound waves coming in, and they vibrate at a different frequency, and do they alter the frequency of the structure of the body somehow to make it?
Yeah, you can say it like that. But actually the way it works is it's not materialistic. Okay? It just does it, you know, because we are not the body actually. We also are not the computer brain. We are the spirit. So if the sound with the higher frequency enter our being, or re-enter our being, or reopen to us, then we just elevate it, you know, above all the contaminated situation. And then that's how we became purified more and more every day. Actually, it's not purified, it just lifts us up, you know. Let our consciousness become more higher. And then we don't think of the bad things or negative thought anymore. All the negativity cannot reach us anymore. Okay, huh? Well, this is metaphysical. As long as it does cleanse, it's all right. Okay, yeah. Maybe you can use scientific to prove it, but then still cannot say how. It just look that way, but it might not be that way. You see, because sometimes people try to explain too much, and it's not the way it really is. It's more invisible. It's more metaphysical.
So would continued meditation explain the answer just by the experience?
Yeah. By the fruits. So you know the tree. Okay. If it yields apple, then no doubt it's an apple tree. Okay. Because we keep arguing, how? How can you say this is an apple tree? Because it bears apple. All right, honey? All right. Anything else? Yes. Of course, this is a little bit difficult, and I probably am not in the mood for metaphysical, you know, philosophical kind of discussion. If tomorrow I can think of a better way to make you feel more comfortable with my angel, and then we do that. Okay? If I think a better one. Otherwise, just, I think, as long as it does the job. Doesn't matter what we name it. Yeah? Or how. Because sometimes we don't know how. Yeah, for example, even you say the radio, the station, you know, broadcast some news, yeah, verbally. And then how the radio in our house just catch it. Exactly like he's speaking next to us. You know, you can explain like, okay, the frequency there, and there's the same frequency here, and then so I catch each other. But that is not satisfactorily always to the mind, right? But as long as it cuts the frequency and we can hear the news, that's all there is matter. All right? If we can stay there and then research and make a lot of trouble and go through lifelong research to know how. But it's not that necessary. Okay? All right? Just waste time. Okay. Who else? Yeah, here.
Master, can you tell me how to fight the Maya temptation, because the inside of you, you want to go up to a high level, but the more you try that, the more they try to tempt you, and if you're strong enough, they pull you down.
Yes. What kind of temptation are you having problem right now?
All sort of worldly temptation.
Like what? You want to be president of the United States?
Because,
that's difficult. Anything else?
Because when you go to work every day and you're facing the world every day and you're facing all sorts of worldly temptation, and if
like
you're not,
woman? Just make it direct.
That's
I
one
can't
thing.
understand
That's one
what.
thing.
Okay, tell me what, then I can help you. You can't just say like this, and I will tell you forget all the temptations, which is difficult.
Woman, money, materials, those things.
Okay. Woman is easy. Okay, get a girlfriend. Then you should not have any more problem. Okay? Should not seek any more girlfriend. Don't look at other women. Don't look. Just don't look. If you want to stay out of trouble, don't look. If you want to stay in the trouble, look. Okay? Have your choice. Yes. You know, when there are so many beautiful things around, not only women, but art, object, or anything, we just like to look. Yeah? And then when we see other people have it, we probably want to have. But then we have to tell our mind whether it's good for us, whether we need it or not. We have gone without it for so long. We still continue to go without it. It's no problem. Nah? Whatever you can afford and within your moral standard, you acquire. If you cannot acquire it, then you have to know, just finished. Yeah, forget it. All right? The money you're earning anyhow, enough to live. Okay? And sometimes the mind wander around, want this, want that. You just tell him, cannot. Okay? And recite your 5 names, continue your work, continue your meditation. We can never have enough. If you continue to want this, you will have that. And want that, you have this. Always the same. In my previous lifetime, I had an attendant. He always had difficulty in being happy. And then he tell me, if you take me there, I'll be happy. Okay, I took him there. And he's not happy. And I said, oh, maybe the other side, better, let's go there. Okay, I took him there too. He's also miserable. And I said, oh, now I know. I go over there. I'll be better. And then we all went there, and nothing happened. Because he's not satisfied within his heart. He has to know what bothers him. It's not the material or the new surrounding that will make him happy. He has to be happy first. Okay, and wherever he goes, of course, in some place we are more happy because we probably have a home, or more or less more at home and speak the language. Maybe we are a little bit more happy than the other place. But the environment cannot affect us to a certain extent that it makes us so miserable. You understand what I mean? We might be less happy or more happy, but not miserable in a different situation. So that is no good. And they keep wanting all the time, never be happy. So the same with our mind. If we keep listening to it and want this, want that, won't be happy, okay? Just forget it, believe me. Whatever you can get it, okay? You cannot forget it. Temptation is the wrong word. Temptation is the wrong word, yeah? A desire for something, okay? And if you cannot get, then just forget it, huh? Every time your desire comes and you know it's not proper, just recite the 5 names, pray to the inner master, and go on with your job. And if a woman tempts you, don't look at her. Don't talk to her. And when you talk to her, look on the floor. Yeah, look on her wisdom eye, look on the forehead, you know? If you worry that people think you're not honest, we don't look at them. You just look at her forehead, look at her hairline. You know? Don't look at nose, lips, eyes, they are dangerous zone. The smile of the woman, very bewitching. The eyes of the opposite sex is always very strong, stronger than a 1,000-strong army. So avoid these, you know, forbidden zone, all right? Then you'll be okay. In the Indian mythology, there was a master or king also called Rama. He has a wife. And during the time that he is married to this woman, his brother never looked at her face. He always looked at her feet. So when this woman, his sister-in-law, was kidnapped by a bad guy, and went away. He tried to go and look for her, but he can't recognize her face. He can only recognize her feet. And that's how he recognized her. Still, it still works. Many years, he don't know what she looks like. Because he respects, he doesn't want to look at a woman that belongs to someone else. Even if to his brother. Because he doesn't know how strong he can be. Because if he doesn't trust himself to be strong, then he better protect himself. You see? Therefore, in the ancient scripture of the Buddhism, when the monks asked the Buddha how to avoid temptation from women, and just to keep being a monk all the time. That is if you want to be a monk, okay? You don't keep it like this if you don't want to be a monk. Because you choose. If you choose to want to be a monk and you don't want to have anything to do with women, because you think women give you trouble, then there are kind of secret, the tips, The Buddha said to him, look upon every woman as your sisters or mother, yeah? Or grandmother. In my case. Yeah. And he said, even if a woman over 70 years old and sick, and so skinny and very sick, very in danger, and laying hopelessly on the floor near death, you still don't look at her. Don't go near. That's how the Buddha advised his monk to stay away from trouble. Only if you determine to be a monk, okay? If that is your destiny, if that's the way you choose to live your life, then you want to keep that lifestyle, okay, of monkhood, then you do that. But if you choose to live a lifestyle of a householder, a companionship, then you don't have to be so strict with yourself. But in order to keep your faithfulness and peace of mind, avoid looking at other women too much. That's all there is, okay? Understand? There's nothing like, okay, monk better or householder better. It's not. If you want to be a monk, then you have to be like that. Understand? Just the rule of being everything. You want to keep your monkhood. You want to be celibate. You want to be just concentrate on whatever you want to do. You don't want to have something to do with emotion and, sexual attachment and all that, because you think it's waste your time, or waste your energy. You want to use that for something else, according more to your liking. You prefer the bachelor lifestyle. Then you have to keep strict the tips that the Buddha give you. That's all, okay? Just like you play football, you have to know the rule in order to play well. It's not because you play football you're better than me. Understand? That you're better than baseball player or anything like that. Just there are different rules for different things. And about the money, I don't tell you not to be tempted by money. We must work, we must earn money. The more the better. Yeah, according to our liking. So if that we can take care of our loved ones and have a very comfortable life standard. That is if you want to. But if you choose to live simple, with very minimum necessity, then don't work too hard. But if you feel like life should be more, uplifted, more abundant, then you work harder, earn more money. It's not temptation. Earn it. Earn what you want. Buy what you want. And the rest, left over, you can give to charity if you don't need so much. Money is always useful, even though it's a source of evil. But if you use it, it can be good. The way we use is very good. If I don't have money, you won't sit here right now. I can't go. I don't have airplane ticket, for example. Then we can give to charity around the world. Some people benefit from some of your money. That's be fine. It's not temptation. Okay? It's the way that people live in this world, so we have to go along with it. First, suppose that your master is very poor and wearing rag clothes. They let me on the airplane? No, they won't. Maybe couldn't go through the custom. I couldn't go any hotel. They worry that I go and steal their furniture. Yeah, any hotel that have furniture, They have TV sometimes, they have telephone, they have fax machine, all kind of valuable items. And if you don't show your credit card, they don't even let you in sometimes. Sometimes just cash is not enough. You have to prove your identification. Credit cards are best because it gives you credit of who you are. You see what I mean? So I can't go without money. Of course I can. Then I have to rely on you. Everywhere I go, I have to call you. You have to write letters. Say, oh, this person, I will guarantee all the expenses in Australia. She stay in my house. I pay everything, and my bank has so much and much money inside. I can guarantee her. You know what I mean? That's so much trouble for you. And then you have to buy me an airplane ticket, pay my hotel bill and all that. You can do that. But then why? Why should you do it when I can? That's all, okay? You could, but I don't want. I don't need. I'm capable. If I think, okay, thank you. I think a so-called master or teacher should be able to look after him or herself if they are in a good condition first before be able to look after other people. That's just my philosophy. Yeah. Actually, if a master don't earn money, it's also fine because master don't need money. Nobody needs money. Yeah. It's not that any master who don't earn money is not capable. It's just that the way they choose to live their life. Not earning money, also more carefree, easy. But then they must have a lot of rich disciples to take care of them. Okay. Then it's just the same. Either my money or your money, it's the same. So it's okay. Okay? What next? What's the next problem? Yes? You will. You wait.
Thank you. Master, I'd like your comment and advice on enthusiasm. I have a problem with enthusiasm in the sense that I've lost most of my enthusiasm.
For what?
About life in general. Over many years I've had many disappointments in life.
Yes.
And I basically have taken the attitude that I don't really belong to this world and I just have to do my duty.
Yes.
But I have a problem now that in my spiritual effort, I also tend to lack enthusiasm as well.
Mm-hmm.
And that can create a problem at some times. So I just want your comment and advice about enthusiasm and whether we really need it to make it.
Yes, yes. If you have, you have. If you don't, just forget it. We cannot buy enthusiasm anywhere. Otherwise, I would buy one and give to you. That's why we must go to group meditation. That's why we must read the good master's teaching and sometimes watch videotape to keep rewarming the spirit and encourage ourselves. Because actually we are already Buddha. There's no need much to do. But since we are already here, we might just well accomplish whatever we came for. Otherwise, after we die, we feel sorry. You know, I should have done this, I should have done that. And then you have to come back again. Because your conscience don't let you rest. Okay? So enthusiasm is a difficult thing in this world. After we get initiation, it seems like nothing matters so much anymore. Right? That's why I tell you, it's very difficult for me to be a master too. It's very difficult for me sometimes to picture myself that you're need. Even though I know you need, I know you long for something, I know you long to see me. Very difficult for me to connect with that. Very difficult for me to feel so important to you. Very, very difficult for me to realize how important I am to you, even though you keep telling me like that. Because I don't feel important. So I have to make myself important to my mind. Okay, they need you, just come. And, you know, go lecture or group meditation or go see you, whatever it is, I have to sometimes make an effort to push myself out. Or what else you think? I want to stay home, sleep, watch TV, eat. Yeah, the way I work sometimes I can't eat enough. I don't have time to enjoy it. So, okay, very difficult for me to do anything. So I understand you perfectly. We just have to, yeah? Because even if we don't do it, you know, we do or we don't do, it's the same. So if we do something and people are happy, then just cheat ourselves and do it. Say, okay, you must, you know, you are important to people. You know, at least believe what other people say. You know, you exist for your wife, your kids, for your company, yeah, or for your neighbors who need your presence, or for your dog, your cat even, whatever reason, find one. Yeah. Yes, some people live because of their cat or their dog. After the dog, cat die, they want to die too. They have no reason to live. Yeah? Sometimes they live because of a loved one. Because after we reach certain level, you know, we know we're secure. We just feel inside we're secure spiritually. and we don't need anything anymore. But we do have to meditate more to strengthen our foundation of realization, also to bless the world, to gather more spiritual power, so wherever we go, people benefit. Just like we don't earn money for ourselves so much now, we don't use much anymore. Our life is simple, but whatever left over, sometimes the neighbor needs, or African hunger people need, and we just send and help. Okay? You know what I mean? That's why we earn money more. Just like we practice spiritually, not only for ourselves, even if we don't have enthusiasm, we do it for the world. Okay? Is that good enough for you? Okay, thank you. Be strong and positive. And go to fellow practitioner, talk to them, meditate together, and that's how you get your enthusiasm back. Or at least don't stay, second. Okay, next one. Yeah, this one, please. Yeah?
Master, I have a vegetarian restaurant, and I do feel your blessing every day. People came asking for cooking lessons, and I don't feel I'm ready yet, so I have the guilt. Maybe I would never be ready if I don't push myself in that situation, or it could be me being lazy.
Who asked you for? The disciples?
No, the
outside.
People. Yeah, the outside people.
Yeah, if you have time, you can teach them. Do you have time?
I can make time.
Okay, then make it.
Okay.
You should feel lucky, that an honor that people come and ask you for this.
And
Yeah?
maybe I'm lacking of confidence, or
Well,
maybe
just teach whatever you know, and if they don't like it, they will leave you soon enough.
Okay.
Why you want them in advance? You might not be what they seek for, but you try your best. Yeah? After all, we can only try our best. And if they came and asked you, you must have been somehow famous already. I mean, your food must have been good. Yeah? Maybe they tasted it. I don't care whoever that is. You just do what people ask if you can. Or else, what do you want to do? Anything else you do that's more important?
No.
No, then do it.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe that's what you're there for. Okay? Should be honor that people ask us for help. And if we can, we must. We should. Not must, but should. You feel good. Yeah, after you make friendship with people and they'll be grateful. Be a teacher. Yeah. I used to teach vegetarian food before. In a nice school in Germany. And that's how I know many people. And that's how I know some master in India. And that's how I went to India. See, bless people, and then you bless yourself. Anytime. Anytime you do something good for people, later it will return to you. But don't do with that mind. Okay? Yeah, many instances like that. But I never do anything in the frame of mind that I get something in return. But I can tell you, it's a proof like that. Okay? All right. And if it doesn't return, it's okay with me, because I didn't expect anything anyhow. Yes?
My question is about purity of food, again, vegetarian. I'm concerned about people who need medicine that is made from animal components, like some things are made from shellfish, like a green lip mussel for people with
shellfish.
They make a certain medicine from it. It's very good for people who are sick in a certain way. And I'm thinking there seems to be such a small amount of animal involved. Why is this so detrimental?
Now it is your mind that's important. You see? Because if we tend to take anything just for the body at the cost of our spiritual, moral understanding, then of course we pay for it. Understand what I mean? If there is another substitute, then we can take substitute. Or if absolutely not, then we just take that. Then it's all right. It's the mind that's important. That's our determination to do anything at all to keep our purity and to avoid violence. That's it. You see what I mean? It's not that take a little anymore and you go to hell or anything like that. Just that you lack determination. You detrimented yourself. You weaken your willpower. Understand? All right, got it. Willpower is very important to go ahead in any field. And if you belittle yourself by giving in to anything, by giving up your high standard in exchange for some physical comfort, when you can do it otherwise, then you just harm yourself. That's what I call detrimental. Not that God punished you or the devil will come and take you to hell or anything. You have to keep your own standard. That's what it is. Okay, honey? Right. Any other question?
You know, so many of the medicines, they come in these little capsules that have got made out of glycerine, made out of animal product, gelatin.
If you don't know, then it's
gelatin.
okay.
Yeah, they make things, so many things.
Yeah, if you don't know, if you know, then don't take for your own sake. That's all. Animal already dead. You take him, he won't die anymore. But it's just if we want to keep ourselves absolutely in control, you know. Like you control your situation. You control what you eat. You eat what you want. And not what is forced upon you by any circumstances. Then you keep your own power. That's it. And nothing can shake you then. Because you do what you want. Any circumstance. That's what it is. But suppose if nothing else can substitute that medicine and you need it to sustain the physical body while you have to continue to realize God, then take it. Don't be a fanatic. Okay? It's just for your willpower that you should fight, you know, to keep it, okay? That's all. Anything we can keep is to keep our level of consciousness, to keep our standard. Otherwise, you can do anything you want. The precept and the rules are not for you to keep. Actually, it's for you to realize that are you up to that standard or not. And if you give up, you sink down. That's already detrimental. What else you ask? Because you lower your standard already. You understand? Anyone just like college level has to pass certain tests, have to understand certain subject. And if you lower yourself, then you become high school again. Or need you to ask. If you lack your effort in maintaining your college level and lack your effort in progressing, then you just going backward or stay there. Okay? It's just harmful to yourself. Next one.
I've only been initiated for 2 months.
Yes.
My question is concerning Kuan Yin. Sometimes during Kuan Yin I get a buildup of energy inside of me so strong that I cannot sit anymore in the same spot. I was wondering if you could give some advice on...
Make you feel what? Uncomfortable?
I cannot sit in one spot for too long because the energy inside is too
strong.
Yes, it's almost painful.
Understand. Make you uncomfortable, restless, or sometimes chest pain, right? Okay, if you can bear until how long, then bear. If you cannot, just get up, wash your face. Say, I'm going to stabilize myself. Say to yourself like that 3 times. Splash cold water. And then after that, resume the posture again. Okay? And then after a while, you get over it. And then you pass through. Okay? Just
Thank you. Also, concerning something that was mentioned with the enthusiasm over here. You mentioned it is good for somebody to find something to hang on to find purpose in life if you're lacking in enthusiasm. Now, my question is concerning my family. I have a wife and daughter who I love very much. Sometimes I think if I were ever to die and leave this world before they would, I would find it very difficult to leave them.
Yes.
Is this going to hold me back from progress? Or?
No. That's holding on you so that you can stay here and continue to meditate until you reach a higher level. Otherwise, you just want to quit and go. Cheap. Cheap style.
But once I've stepped beyond, if for example, I die and there's the transition period to go to the 5th level or wherever it is that we go after we die, will the desire to be with these loved ones hold me back from progressing?
No, they're not holding you back. They're helping you. Nobody's holding us back when we don't allow it. They're not holding you back. They're just loving you. They're just giving you a reason to live. Make you feel needed. Make you feel dutiful. Or else you would have gone. Or do something else is not very useful or not very good to you. Yeah, just take whatever God gives to you as sacrilege. Yeah, it's a duty. It's an honor to take care of all the gods, small gods and beautiful blonde God. Okay, we have to think more positive. It's not them who are holding you back. It's you who are neglecting them. Smile more. Be a real father, a real loving husband, and you have reward. I mean reward for your happiness inside, you know. Not that God give you anything or I give you anything, but you will feel the difference when you extend your loving to people. Or don't sulk too often and Don't sink into your own mood and feel pity for yourself. Yeah? We have a lot of things to do. Find something to do. Yes. Or force yourself, or get somebody else to force you. Do some volunteer work, whatever, huh? It's difficult to find enthusiasm in life. I tell you, I'm just more enthusiastic when I'm around you. Otherwise, I have nothing to do. I don't want to do anything also. Well, I do now and again, you know. But even if we do or not do, it's the same, huh? It's not much there is, huh? Maybe that's why we come here together and study the method, so that we can go. We don't have to come back again. If you are not enthusiastic now, next life you'll be even worse. Yeah, so make sure this life is the last one. Yeah, do whatever you have to do wholeheartedly. Even if you don't feel like it, do it for the sake of others. Like, I don't feel like coming here. I gain nothing here. Just before I come, I can't imagine how I'd be happy here. It's just a mind, lazy, tell you. But then I have to, because I think that will make you happy. And that's the way I saw it before. So I just have to push myself, huh? It's for you alone, nothing for me. Really. So that's the way we must work in this world. We do something for other people. Volunteer work or whatever, in hospital, whatever it is. Red Cross, Blue Cross. Find something to do. To pass time. Not only help people, but also pass our time. Or learn something new, learn language, learn piano, learn, a new instrument, or do something that you always wanted to do before, but always put it off until now. For example, like that. Make yourself busy. And then we have no time to soak or to think whether we have enthusiasm or not. Yeah, just keep moving. Keep moving. All right? Love your wife more, love your kid more. I mean, show it, talk about it, tell them every day. That's something to do, no? See their reaction. Yeah? Very difficult to do that sometimes, especially when the wife became difficult on, PMS, or the kids is in teenage, problematic time, or when they're sick, or when they don't talk to you, for many days, something like that, then it's difficult. More difficult to find enthusiasm. But if sometimes the relationship going on well, we just forget about enthusiasm or not enthusiasm. We just live, right? We just feel good. So I just wish you all of your relationship goes well. And then you're loving each other like the first day when you dated each other, before marriage or after. I wish all of you have also personal comfort, in personal relationship. Like this you find life more easy to live. That's all. Or else we still live. We just hang on. Hang around. Hang in there. But not really enthusiastically live our lives. Some people need some creative hobby to hang on. Some people need a wife, a loving wife and understanding. Some people need a big family. Some people raise cat and dog so that they can have companion and they can talk to. Some people go into computer and or network. Anything they do just to keep going. Yeah, very difficult, I tell you. Especially with family and, personal relationship. When it goes sour, nothing else you want, not even Kuan Yin method. Yeah, we still do it, but it's not so wholeheartedly, huh? So whatever you have, keep it and polish it so that your life become more beautiful. Like this you can practice better. No? Yeah, difficult, huh? Ask all the monks how they do it, and the priests. They have less than you do. How they go on? Yeah. Sometimes we are bored because our job don't offer us satisfaction anymore. Then find another job. Difficult to find another wife, but job is easy.